Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Puti Khairani, student from Padang State University, and my lecturer, Ma'am Leni Marlina. And now, I want to present my research proposal about the use of mind map technique in improving students' reading comprehension at the 11th grade, one of senior high school in Kapur Sembilan. Alright. Um, this is the main point. I will be talking about our first chapter, introduction, second chapter, literature review, third or last chapter about methodologies. Alright, let's start from chapter 1, introduction. The background of study. Reading is the process of looking at a set of written symbols and deciphering their meaning. When we read our eyes occur written symbols or letter, punctuation marks, and space, which we then turn into word sentences and paragraphs that communicate with us. It is possible to read silently or in our head or loudly or so that other people can hear. Reading is a process that entails detecting process and leads to increased understanding. According to research, reading is a process in which the reader and the textual material negotiate the methods of communicate. This studying system entails three levels. The first is the pre-analyzing level. The second level happens throughout the reading process. After the reader had done reading, the reader might repeat the narrative, discussion the story parts, answer questions, and or compare it to another text at the final levels. Okay, next, the identification of a study. First question, can student reading comprehension skill be improved using the mind mapping technique? How is the student capacity in reading comprehension after the implementation of mind mapping technique? Alright, let's move on aim of the study. The aim of this study are to know mind mapping technique can improve the student capacity in reading comprehension and to know the student capacity in reading comprehension after the implementation of mind mapping technique. The last part of chapter 1 in chapter 1. First, mind mapping in an organizing thinking strategy that allows a person to store numerous pieces of information in his memory and then retrieve them as needed. Mind mapping is a computer building process that allows a person to maximize their brain's capabilities. And second, technique refers to the application of science and technology to solve an issue. And the last, reading comprehension is an active cognitive process in which reader extract the meaning of read in a text in order to gain a deeper understanding. The capacity to student literature, grasp its meaning, and integrate it with past knowledge is characterized as a reading comprehension. Next, chapter 2, literature review. The importance of reading. Reading improves our life in a variety of ways. First, exercising your mind. Reading influences many portions of your brain, which is one of its benefits. You put your comprehension and analytical abilities to the test when you read. And second, the importance of reading ability in communication. Reading help you rethink flow and style. Writers learn to improve their trade by studying the work of others. You want to be able to read well if you don't read. Next, finding yourself. Books serve as a gateway to new worlds. They have the power to widen your horizon, influence your attitude toward others and life, and introduce you to new ways of thinking about everyday life. Next, become a well-read individual. People who are well-read are admired. The term well-read is frequently used to describe a knowledgeable and wise individual. And the last, keeping calm and entertained. Books may be a wonderful way to escape reality. They may lift your spirit where you're down, motivate you when you're depressed, and even keep you company while everyone else in a cube. Alright, let's move on. Advantages of reading. First, improve your thinking skill and analytical ability. Then, assist in noise reduction. Then, assist in the learning of a language. And next, making connections with people. And the last, keep you grounded. All right, let's move on. Step create a mind mapping. This is important, yes. First, specify a theme or topic from the mind map. Write the topic on the middle of pages that are laid in one piece. And then starting in middle help the brain to extend out and express itself more freely and spontaneously. Next, use a visual for the important subject as well because it helps the brain of experience imagination, a picture or a photograph. It's worth a thousand words. Next, use a variety of color. Color appeal to the brain in the same way that a picture does. Next, looks for subtopics that are connected to the main topic. Also, per its brand's topic, I'll write one keyword. Okay. Next, for each brand's topic, use basic graphics or code. Then make a connection between brands and major themes using a color pencil, curved line that connects the brand topic to main topic. And the last step, allow some white space on the page or to extend on the theme or idea or topic. Empty space are where you put ideas that come to you unexpectedly. All right, let's move on the last chapter 3, methodology, research design. The study employed a experimental design, with one group taking a pre-test and another taking a post-test. The research used this design to assess one group of students by administering a pre-test before administering therapy. After the training procedure, the students were given a post-test to see if their reading comprehension had improved as a result of employing the mind map approach. Next, variable and population ensemble. In variable, the independent variable in this study is the mind map technique, which is the primary variable under investigation, while the dependent variable in the student score, which is observed and quantified in order to evaluate the influence of the independent variable. in the population in the sample. The population of this study include 11 grade students from one junior high school in Kapur 9 and one class of 30 students serve as the sample. Next, data collection. First, tests. A number of tests were employed in this study, including a pre-test and a post-test evaluation. Second, interview. The interview is aimed at confirming the student respond toward reading English text before us and after using mind map technique. Third, data analysis on pre-test and post-test to determine whether the difference between the pre-test and post-test means score is significant. Dependency test is used to compare the pre-test and post-test result and pre-test and post-test result. Yeah, okay. And number four, data analysis of interview. The purpose of the interview is to find out how the student feel about using the mind map approach to help them understanding what they're reading. Then technique of analyzing data. In the study, data analyzing both qualitative and quantitative data. All right. For qualitative data, information to characterize the circumstance throughout the teaching and learning process, qualitative data is used. Observation, interview, diary, notes, and documentary will provide qualitative data for analysis. And for quantitative data, the pre-test and post-test score were used to collect quantitative data. The researcher analyzed the data to see if there was a difference in the pupils, means score before and after the activities were taken. Student grades are analyzed using quantitative data. Is there any improvement in each cycle or not? Okay, all right. That's all our presentation for today. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.